Hi, good morning everybody. This is Caitlin Dirks with the National Weather Service up in Memphis. Just want to give you a quick update on the winter weather that we're expecting this weekend. So just a situational overview. So we've got a pretty impactful winter event coming this weekend, and it's going to be a pretty big weather event with significant impacts from pretty much Little Rock all the way to the Carolinas. So impacts on a national scale, not just for our area. So we've got rain that will be starting as early as Saturday morning, changing over to snow by the evening hours and continuing into Sunday and probably into Sunday afternoon. And there's still some pretty good uncertainty remaining of where the highest amounts of snowfall will occur, but most of our data is pointing to snowfall accumulating north of the Tennessee-Mississippi state line. So we will have some winter storm watches beginning as early as Saturday afternoon and lasting into Sunday afternoon. So there's a pretty good area of the Mid-South, almost all of our forecast area, Nashville's forecast area. So like we were saying, mostly north of the Mississippi-Tennessee state line. So this is our current official forecast for the snowfall, and this is valid through Sunday afternoon. So this is basically the storm total snowfall. So the entire event, this is how much snowfall that you can expect. This is subject to change, but as of right now, we're kind of looking at this bullseye of higher snowfall accumulation over West Tennessee. So like we were saying earlier, there's probably going to be some heavier bands of significant snowfall, that's 4 or 5 inches, setting up somewhere north of the Tennessee-Mississippi state line. Unfortunately, there's still a lot of uncertainty as exactly where, but pretty much in this West Tennessee area is where the higher bands will occur. And just for some planning purposes, we like to use this graphic of the reasonable worst case scenario. So this is the scenario where there's a 10% chance that this much snowfall will occur. So like we've been saying, West Tennessee, it's reasonable worst case scenario to expect 4 to 6 inches across much of West Tennessee. So like we were saying earlier, we'll start with some rain on Saturday, and that'll continue throughout the afternoon, and then in the evening hours it'll switch over to snow starting in the northeast Arkansas, Missouri Boot Heel area in the afternoon hours, and then as we get closer into Saturday night, that'll be transitioning over for the rest of the Mid-South. And as this snowfall starts on Saturday afternoon into Sunday morning, we will have winds pick up from the north. So the combination of the pretty gusty north winds, upwards of 20 miles an hour, on top of the sub-freezing temperatures in the 20s even, is a pretty dangerous combination for wind chills. So we've got wind chills in the teens across much of the area overnight Saturday into Sunday morning. So that's something to definitely keep an eye on as well. So a summary of the impacts: we'll have rain starting on Saturday morning, transitioning over to snow in the late afternoon hours. That's going to be mostly the northeast Arkansas, Missouri Boot Heel area. And then the rest of the Mid-South will probably be a little bit later on in the day, Saturday evening into Sunday morning for the snowfall, continuing into Sunday afternoon. And like we were saying, the best chance of the heaviest snowfall will be along and north of the Tennessee-Mississippi state line, with concentrated bands somewhere in there. And these bands of heavy snowfall are likely across West Tennessee, and it's important to note that places under these bands will likely see significant snowfall, while areas just outside of them could be much lighter. So it's pretty difficult to pinpoint exactly where these concentrated bands will be, but pretty much in the winter storm watch, in those areas will be some of the heavier bands, but it'll become clearer in the next 24 hours or so where exactly these bands are going to be. So stay tuned with the latest updates, and we'll keep you guys informed. Stay safe.